G'day team. So today I got to dive into the conversation around change management. This is a very interesting topic, but essentially I've been drumming my beat on change management and making sure you have change managers involved in any automation or any project whatsoever in your business for a long time. And essentially in the SME to mid-market, it's pretty much ignored. And so I thought I'd just dive into why I think it's super powerful to ensure that you have change management a part of your innovation strategy. And that's because people love the idea of change, but when it comes to actually having something different in what they do affect them personally, that's when essentially all shit breaks and people get super confused and fearful, right? So implementing new systems, processes, strategies in a business, it's not just about making the change, it's about how do you manage that effectively throughout your entire team and organization. And so I want to highlight why it's a critical component, right? So change is inevitable. We've all been through it. It's just how life is. But I want to talk about how growth is intentional, right? So why it's important that as every business evolves, how do you manage this change, and why, if you do it without a plan, even the best idea will essentially fail, right? So change management ensures that when you go through this transition, it's very smooth, minimal disruption to your team and your operations, and essentially it just goes smoothly. And it removes all that fear barrier from your teams. And so I highly recommend you involve your team early. We always stress, I can't stress this enough. When you're thinking about implementing a new system and change, automation, AI, whatever it might be in your business, get them on board early, get them to be a part of your journey. Essentially, if you don't involve them, there'll be massive pushback. It'll cause a massive cultural shift and issue in your business. And most likely, 9 times out of 10, they will not embrace change. You need to be really clear and communicate why you're doing this, why we want to change, why we want to evolve, what are the benefits for them personally, not about the business or the organization, but for them personally. And if you can do this right at the get-go and involve them early and have this conversation, then they will be somewhat on board for the process, right? Absolutely crucial. The second part around that is training and support is like kind of non-negotiable. And what I mean by that is, anytime you introduce a new tool, a new system, a new way of working, you need to have proper training, because it's going to then have less resistance with the people that are being equipped with the new systems or process, right? So training means you got involvement, you got engagement, you got people understanding it, that they can give their ideas, they can give their feedback, and so it's equipping them with the ability to then embrace what this new world looks like. So you're then equipping them with the skills and the confidence that they need to then thrive in this new environment, and that's absolutely crucial, right? You want to be able to, lead them down this process, hold their hand as such, and then pass it over, and then they run with it. It's super, super crucial. Then the last part around this is you want to keep monitoring and adapting to what you listen to, right? So change management doesn't just stop once a new process or system is implemented. You want to be able to monitor the progress short-term and long-term, and you want to get feedback, and you want to listen to the feedback, right? You want to make adjustments. You want to be able to keep pivoting and changing and adapting as need be. And this ensures that you're not just saying, hey, we have to do it this way, that's the best way, move on. It's like you're bringing them along the journey, it's being accepted, and then it's successful long term. And the reason that this conversation is so important is because most organizations don't believe change or change management is even a thing, it's not needed. If we do it this way, the staff just must do it. It's the worst way you can do it, because essentially then you get massive pushback from the team in this sense, right? So I want to know, have you embraced something new recently? Have you embraced change? Have you talked about change management? Have you, taken your company or your staff on a bit of a journey? What does that look like? What feedback do you have? And how have you gone about it? And what are the pros and cons that you've seen in this space, right? Because that's what I really want to understand. And I want to understand the tangible results, the ROI from, essentially doing it properly. This is a big topic. I've been drumming on this topic for the entire year. Everyone just says they can do it themselves, or they're not interested, and they just want to, essentially, if their team don't come along for the ride, it's like, too bad, so sad, see you later. We'll just find new staff members. it's definitely one approach. Don't know if I agree with it or not. That's your decision to make. But essentially, I think if you do it the right way, get your team on board early, then you'll have so much better success, short term and also long term.